Hey, hello everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Say hello to Sheila.
Hello, everyone.
Hi,
Uh-oh.
everyone. Oh, there's a
Got
delay.
Say
got
hello
something
to
on.
Sheila.
Oh, I know why there's a delay. Hello. Sorry, I had to turn off the YouTube volume.
That helps.
Yes, it does. So, all right.
So maybe some of you don't know Sheila, but she's part of our community, always in the chat. She loves her mysteries. And you want to get over some nerves, get out there and be
Yeah.
yourself. So I thought, hey, let's do this, right?
I know Scott's just thrown me in the deep end. So
You're throwing yourself in the deep end.
it's fine. Thank you for having me.
So if you
Yeah.
want to, for some people that may not know who you are, just tell a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, I'm Sheila, and I live on the East Coast. Let's see. I think I'll go into the more of the cards and things. Kind of what got me into this is when I was younger, I had a lot of spiritual experiences, so to speak, and didn't really come to the top until about 1992 when I moved into a haunted apartment. Three ghosts in inefficiency. And so I kind of ended up just being pulled, and I learned to read cards. I bought my first set of cards in 1994 when my correct age, not like I said on my site, I was about 27. I was not 24. Math is not my strong point. But so I started to read cards again back in 2010. And I think I have over 200 card decks, and I keep collecting more. Tomorrow is a mystery tarot box unboxing at 2 o'clock tomorrow, if you're interested in seeing that. So yeah, I can't stop. But yeah, so I'm learning to read the cards, and something I do connect with. And I've mostly done it for myself, but now I'm trying to branch out a little bit. So that's pretty much. And here I am on YouTube, thanks to the
Yeah.
pandemic.
You,
So,
you, you said you have a little friendly ghost hanging around.
well, there's something always around me now, from what I've experienced. And in fact, the day my father lived up in the Pittsburgh area, and I'm down here, the day that he died, for instance, I literally turned off the bedroom light and I heard over by the door, "Don't forget." I hadn't even gotten down on put my head down yet. And I knew it was Dad. And I just said, "I won't forget Dad." Because he had heard my stories as well. So I figured that from the 90s, so I think he knew that I would hear him. And I did. So there's a lot of things. There's orbs around here, and things move. And it's just always. So I'm just used to it. I'm just kind of like, stop, leave me alone. I'm trying to sleep, kind of stuff. Just so, yeah. There's always somebody here. But they're not bothering me like it was in the efficiency. I don't have like telephone cords bouncing out and disembodied faces in the kitchen. Like, oh, it was not fun. I was terrified. So,
That
yeah,
would terrify anyone.
yeah. I've got a lot of stories, but I think that would take a lot of time. So I don't want to take over with that. But it's great to see everybody here. Um, so,
Yeah, what was it? 2 weeks ago, Friday, you went on with Debbie, did a little bit.
yeah, it was a Thursday. Yeah, I
Was
was
it Thursday?
terrified. I was pretty nervous. I was just kind of like, I don't know what to do. Stage fright. So, but I've
Well,
been practicing
that's
my,
all it takes, a few
yeah,
times, and you can roll and get comfortable. And
I think so. I think it's probably more fun to read with people than doing it by yourself anyway, because there's no feedback. I do see everybody in the chat. It's nice when they chat back, but it's also, I think, helpful when you can talk to somebody as well. So hopefully this will be a lot of fun.
cool, we can do that. So we got we're going to start with the Titanic. So
Okay.
there's so many mysteries around the Titanic, you know, and conspiracy theories or whatever. And if anyone has any thoughts in the comments and viewing here, you know, about anything you've heard about the Titanic mystery beyond the theatrical version.
Hmm.
A lot of that was probably made up or whatnot, but I put a link in the description about the Titanic. There's 12 mysteries or whatever, you know, like from was it on purpose, you know, to collect insurance money? Was it actually the Titanic? You know, why did others not respond? You know, there's so many things about it because there wasn't a lot of subscribers or survivors, you know. So there's some mysteries around it, like a coal fire and why was the captain speeding? Was it a design flaws?
Yes.
One theory that there was a torpedo shot at it from a German sub or German banger or something that caused it to go down. And you got the old lifeboat thing. Why were there so many less lifeboats? All that.
Okay. Well, I do know that there was a design flaw. And I've really liked the Titanic story my whole life. It's just something that I've been drawn to. They were rushing to put this ship together too soon. So instead of building it with steel, they used iron. So when it got into the cold waters, it actually, just pretty much cracked. It was easier to crack. So that wasn't good. Yeah.
So you read about that there was different metal or something possibly.
Yeah. Because had they used steel, it probably wouldn't have broken in half. But I don't know.
Well, according to the movie, it was the unsinkable.
According to the real life, they said it was unsinkable too, but it wasn't. That's what they claimed, but that was so not true. So
Marie they say rivets popped.
That too. Yep.
So how do you want to start? Just throw a general on the Titanic sinking, and then see if we can pick out anything, or start with each.
Sure.
Start with each theory.
And see where it goes.
All right.
Whoops. I already got this.
Beth just said she read something about the metal they used.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't the right one. Okay.
Let's see. Let's just do a general.
Yeah.
The feeling of why the Titanic sunk.
Okay. I only pull the 5 when I'm reading. Oops. Online.
When I'm trying to get a whole story, I do a 9-card spread.
Okay.
And then 4 on the outcome.
I'll clarify. Yeah.
That kind of gets me the whole story of a past, present, future, and then moving forward kind of thing. It's like my own Celtic cross, but I like the 9-card. 3 for the past, 3 for the present, 3 for the future, and then a final. Kind of thing. So it works for me.
Yep, everybody does it differently. But no Celtic cross when I'm online because I can't fit it. That's interesting. Okay. Now this is interesting as I'm kind of looking at it. All right. I've already got the 3 of Cups. This just feels so dark here. I'm trying to get, okay. The 3 of Cups. So they thought, celebration, the ship is going. It's sailing. We did it. Hurrah, hurrah. Look what we built. But some people were unsatisfied, I'm thinking. So, Thomas Andrews wasn't happy. There's a message, but they didn't pay attention to details. And of course, there it goes. They were traveling on, not realizing that there was going to be problems. So I clarified on this guy, and I got completion. So the work that they did, which is this one, this is the second card. Thought, oh, it was finished. It's fine. There's our valor, but it's reversed. So what they did really wasn't right. And they hoped it was going to be good, but at night we had the problem. And at the end, and then I'm going to stop, was this one. This was the final. And we have information coming in or going out in this case. And we've got this followed by something that's no longer a success. But it's just like, it just feels like they didn't pay enough attention to what they were doing. It was, oh, it was finished. Let's go, let's go, let's go. But all of this stuff ended up in the sinking. So you go.
Okay. In my past position, I have the Four of Swords.
Mm-hmm.
That's your waiting, kind of rest period. Then you have the owner builder. I think it was J.P. Morgan.
Yeah, I think so.
That's who made it, created it, whatever. So then I had the Hermit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's starting to feel like it did rush it, because there's two warnings here centered around the owner, builder, whatever. Should have took your time.
Yep.
Thank you, Bonnie. Bless you. Okay. So then in the middle, which is kind of like the present or moving forward, whatever.
Right.
Hangman, Seven of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles.
Oh.
So the Hangman is transition. It's usually not a good card here. And then the Seven of Swords, you're talking about lies, deceit, some unwanted energy into it. And Six of Pentacles is assistance.
Right.
And that could be insurance, because there was talk about insurance money. So now we got some lies going on with the with the owner.
Mm-hmm.
So there's something going on with J.P. Morgan here, the financier or whatever.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I see that.
Moving forward, I have the Ten of Swords, the Magician, and Empress. That makes me say that it was not built properly. The Magician would be the creator, the builder, everything involved with architecture and everything like that. The Empress is the creativity, but the Ten of Swords here is like, they want it to be the greatest thing ever. That's what I'm feeling like with that.
Yeah, very similar.
So and on the bottom of the deck I had, which always transpires to energy too, we got lies, deceit in the middle. That's the first one come out. In the bottom I have the moon.
Oh.
So
Yep.
those are two cards, that the moon is secrets too.
Mm-hmm.
Not doing things properly. So my final outcome is all about, I have Six of Swords. That's the journey, it feels like. The Lovers, Nine of Pentacles, and Three of Wands. So even though we had these flaws, they wanted it to be the biggest and best. With that journey, the Three of Wands, that's your journey overseas.
Yeah.
The travel. the Lovers being the biggest and best, and the Nine of Pentacles is gaining fame. That's what I'm hearing from that, gaining fame. So that tells the story about it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, that seems a lot like when I first poured in the past position before it went out. Like for me, that's how I see this. This was the immediacy as they're leaving port. So, yeah, they were like, oh, we did this. It's over. It's complete. And we hope it's going to go very well. But in the end position, we've got this. I mean, regardless of the rest of the cards, this is what we end up with. So yeah,
So
this is
there is
not a ship to be on.
there was all that hope, but there was what I'm getting there. There was some hinky things with the owner.
Yep.
Maybe in timelines, time. The Hangman can represent that too with time frames. So now we need to clarify what brought it down. So how about there's a lot of talk about coal fire. Like if they pushed too much coal and there was some fire in the engine room and whatnot.
Okay.
So let's check on that. I put Sheilah's channel link in the description if anyone's interested, or someone could post
Thank
it.
you.
I might have it in. Let's see. Is it? Yeah, it was my last copy paste. So there it is.
Oops. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm quiet.
Let's see if there was. Let's clarify a couple cards. Just clarify if there was a coal fire.
Coal fire. It's the coal fire. Excuse me. Right, bonus card. Put that one back in and it came back anyway.
It does feel like they're pushing the limits. Did push the limits with speed, but I'm not getting a fire.
Yeah, because my ones are reversed. The fire, also, I don't see that.
So I'm getting Seven of Cups, the World, and the Chariot. Knight of Wands. It's all like Seven of Cups is like feeling like they shouldn't have pushed the speed kind of thing, but you know, the World is completion. Chariot is your movement. Here's more fast movement.
Right.
And then I had the Knight of Cups. It was like, yes, we can do this. So nothing here with those clarifiers shows a fire that caused it to go down.
No, I don't think it is. I don't think that was it either. I still think it was the iceberg.
Well,
I still
we're
think
getting into that energy.
But
So
the iceberg
we do have
could have been avoided.
so we do have rushed manufacturing.
Yes, I'm going to switch cards.
We do have speed.
I'm going to switch
Seeing
cards.
coal fire.
Okay.
All right. So we check and see if it's torpedo prior to ice damage.
Okay. Let's
Let's
see.
see if it was some outside force. get rid of the conspiracy that
I kept
someone ordered it to hit or something like that.
one. I need to pick the right deck. That's not it. I'll use my wizard's one. Was it a torpedo that took down the Titanic?
So there was some German sub or U-boat or something that hit another boat months later or something, or a year later or something. So I think that's where it came
I
from.
remember hearing something. Because right after that, World War I started.
Sure. Yeah.
So it was possible. All right, let's take a look. Torpedo Titanic. Let's hope not. Okay. Keep getting 10 of cups on the ship. Hermit back again. Why is that up here?
No, I have the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom, so now I'm leaning more towards nature. I have the Hierophant, and then a lot of movement again. So I'm not sensing like, a tower or something like that would be like an explosion or something like that.
Yeah, mine just aren't making sense on this. But I've got the 10 of Cups, the 4 of Pentacles reversed. I've got the 5 of Swords, which is a defeat, reversed, and the Hermit. The 7 of Pentacles again. Well, I had that on the different deck. And the Star, White Star. White Star line. I got it twice, actually. Just occurred to me.
Well, I did have. Oh, the heck is popping up? What the heck is going on my computer? Cancel. Okay. I did have the 5 of Swords too, but that feels like infighting.
Mm-hmm.
Who said this up here? Someone said they heard there was. April goes. There was people on board that heard an explosion,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I'm sensing here too, though. That it technically wasn't a coal fire, but what I'm sensing is that in the action of pushing the limits of the speed to try to be the quickest, all that, which I'm feeling because I'm getting a lot of speed cards. We were too with the chariot and everything.
Yeah.
That it may have been an engine failure.
Yeah.
Like a boom, like they're pushing limits and something happened to the engine with a boom.
Right. And the water hitting the fire, that much heat, it's going to cause an explosion.
Kind of like a race car or what do you call them? Those 100-yard or whatever sprints of a car pushing the limits and then something breaks. Oh.
Yep. Definitely.
So.
Yeah. I don't know. I keep getting the same cards in different decks on this question. It's just kind of like, I need to get it. I need more information.
Yeah, Connie, that could be too. Methane gas when you're, not enough ventilation.
Right.
All right. So was it a natural disaster? Design flaw?
Okay. I hate when I can't.
There was reports that possibly there was a lot of floating ice from other ships or something that were in the area. Ignored warnings possibly. Or they actually hit a big iceberg.
Yeah. I think they did have the iceberg, but I don't think they could see it because if you remember that the guys up in the crow's nest, they only had one pair of binoculars.
There was talk about that,
And they weren't paying attention either, I don't believe. I think they were doing something else, and finally somebody looked and was like, oh my God. And they were too close by that time. So they weren't equipped properly, which is basically the entire problem with that ship. But to cut corners like that, all those lives. Makes me sad. Just all right. So we're checking on. Was it the floating ice
Yeah.
or the? Okay, just want to make sure.
What brought it down? Kind of get a sense of if it was a huge iceberg or was it floating ice that they tried to just plow through?
All right.
Something sharp hit the hull or something going too fast. Let's see what you sense here.
Okay. All right. And I want different cards on this pull. I swear if I get the same cards again, I'm going to be mad. All right, here we go. King of Cups, and he's, ooh. Oh my gosh, these are not good cards. I need to clarify. Especially this one. All right, hold on. Keep you all in suspense for a couple more minutes. All right.
Confusion, trouble brewing. I had 7 of Wands, 7 of Swords starting out. So there's a lot of confusion, trouble brewing there as whatever was going down. Three of Swords. This one's kind of weird. You look at it, it's like speeding through.
Yeah.
Basically, it's going to be a disaster no matter what. 6 of Pentacles. Another ship offered assistance, I think, or told them something.
Mm-hmm.
3 of Wands again. Here's your ship movement. Again, just talking about a lot of movement. Knight of Wands. King of Wands. Here's your captain. 2 of Wands. That feels... Here's more movement. More ships in the background. That's telling me another ship did warn him of something. I think it was ignored. Here's death because of what they did. 6 of Swords, more movement. 9 of Pentacles. I think it was multiple, not one iceberg. When I get the 9 of Pentacles, here's your bunch of things, right? I think they hit an ice patch of a whole bunch of ice that eventually, like, going too fast and kind of, it's feeling like boom, 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 and then it caused damage, and then it did all that. I'm not seeing a huge one. What do you think?
Oh my gosh, your reading and my reading are friends. Okay. First one I get is the King of Cups. And if you look at the ocean, look at the water around him.
Yeah, he's just cruising along.
This is big time. Followed by death. And look at the fire around this death card. So there's a lot of stuff. And you had the 3 of Swords, and so do I. 3 of Swords. I've got Judgment following that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's like a lot of death there, too.
9 of Pentacles has come to visit, which we don't really want to, followed by Temperance or self-control, 10 of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. So I clarified the 9 of Pentacles because it didn't really match up to everything else that was going on in the rest of this reading. But yeah, I agree with you in that they, it's about money. It really was. They thought that they could, okay, this is not I keep looking at this one, the way the image is like the 2 of Pentacles, but it's not, it's Temperance. This 10 of Wands, this is the burden. The Queen of Swords is our law. So of course, that's what happened. But I really believe, to me, this at the very beginning tells me it's the iceberg. I mean, he even looks like an iceberg. Look at look at him. So
it could be the captain pushing the speed too,
Very true, which led to death and the heartbreak and Judgment, which is also her.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I was looking, when I did my throw, I was looking for something that would be showing like one iceberg, kind of thing.
Yeah. Well,
and I was actually thinking about that 9 of Pentacles to myself, I'm like, something like this, either the 8 or 9 of Pentacles. I was thinking to myself, to be multiple. So you got 9 pentacles,
Yep.
and that feels like to me was multiple, like it
Yep.
caused
Somebody
enough
knocking
damage.
on your door. Did you hear the knocking?
Oh, I was upstairs. Yeah, someone's doing something.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Maybe pounding some meat or something for dinner later. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely very similar. That's
Yeah,
wild.
it just feels like a multiple failure.
Yeah, I think all around.
Too much speed, not enough lifeboats,
Preparation.
life jackets, communication. It feels
Not
like that another ship did warn them about multiple ice in the ocean or something. It was ignored. You must go fast.
Yep,
It feels like a complete failure all the way around.
as it was. It makes me think of my great great grandfather who coined the phrase "safety first." He would not have been happy if he had seen that. And my family in Pittsburgh, they were in the steel industry as well, so that would explain some of that. Why I say that.
Alrighty.
Yeah, they use steel. So
Well, I'm not seeing conspiracy theories here.
I don't either.
Being fruitful.
Carelessness is what did that.
Complete failure. It's like building it's like trying to build a rocket ship out of tin instead of, what do you call it? Heat resistant materials kind of thing.
Yes. Get my coffee.
And I did see something like the insurance money on it wouldn't even cover the cost of it going down. So
Mm-mm.
it wasn't really about making money. Hey there, JJ.
Hi, JJ.
Let's see. Next one is a weird story. I never watched it, the movie, or read anything about Alice in Wonderland. But it's really, and you have the deck, right? It's actually a fascinating story, going on the rabbit hole and all these weird things in it, right? And there's also a lot of controversy and mystery around Charles Dodson, who was Lewis Carroll, what his actual relationship was with Alice,
Mm-hmm.
and how did he come up with all this weird story? All these characters.
Right.
Was he delusional? Did he have weird dreams? Or did his connections with the kids, the Liddell kids, just have him make up some stories when they went on their boating or whatever?
Yeah.
There's rumors, whatever, that he may have been in love with Alice and wanted to marry
Yeah.
her, or what was it?
Yeah.
So-
But from the story that you sent, they were also talking about the possibility that he may have had a relationship with, I think, a governess or somebody. So they weren't sure whether that was the reason for his being there. And I don't know. There was a breakup between the relationship with them, the family.
Yeah, the family,
Yeah.
He spent time with them all.
Yes. So it's.
I mean, could he have been in love, secretly in love with
The Liddell.
Alice's mom? You just wanted to be around them and love the kids, maybe. It's all a mystery.
Yeah, or they were an avenue to the person that he really was in love with. But
Right.
yeah, nobody really knows.
Let's see. Yeah. I'm going to try the Kipper card first.
Okay.
The card to see, because that has, the mature man and the child and the lover and all that. So get a little story. I just felt like I'm gonna try that first. Just
Okay.
to get into this story.
I'll use the Wonderland tarot for it for the first couple of readings. I don't know if I connect with this deck so much, but I think this is a good reading to use them on. So let's see how we do. It might work better.
Ooh, Darren seeing triangles.
Uh-oh.
Triangle cross. Okay.
All right. Whoops.
This girl, Charles Dodson. Let's see, there's. Okay, I'm going to try 7 cards with this. The relationship of Charles Dodson and the Lindell family. Let's see where that goes. Hey, Jerry.
I'm going to try and do the 11. These are small. Let's see. Came out anyway. I was just thinking that this one card was going to come out, and it did. Of course it did. Oh my. Mysteries, mysteries. You want to go first?
The Kipper's not saying anything weird.
Okay.
It feels like he wanted to be part of a community. Like to be accepted at first, whatever. So I got the community on the bottom. He wanted to be part of something.
Oops.
He wanted to change. So I have the main male and the main female. So it feels like he actually feels like he introduced himself somehow through Lindell's wife, because that would be the main female. Main female is him, but he introduced himself to the main female, not the kids. So it feels like he would have somehow introduced through the wife and then to the family. And I have a courtship here. So I'm sensing maybe he had right now, like a fascination with the Lindell's wife at first. But within this story, something changed. Occupation, and then money comes into there.
Okay.
It's like there's something to do with his wife. Like maybe he was fascinated with Lindell's wife, and then seen it wasn't going to work. But he wanted to be part of the family because he felt connected. And there was maybe part of that rejection was part of the delusions where he went with the kids. So, But the community, he wanted to be part of something, maybe part of the high society. So I think Lindell's had money.
Yes.
Well, what do you think?
All right. Well, this is an interesting pull, considering what we're talking about. So I did do a Celtic on this because these are small cards. So the significator came out as the Knight of Hats, which is, of course, someone who's giving you an offer of love. That's, to me, it's what this is. So on top of him, we've got the King of Hats. So again, this is our King of Hearts. And what crosses is the Hanged Man. So, right, so there's a sacrifice someone needs to make, or they need to be looking at it from another perspective or something. But then what crowns is the devil. So, there's stuff going on. He could probably get out of that situation, but this is what's beneath. This is heartbreak, 3 of Swords, or 3 of Flamingos in this deck. Now I've got the 9 of Oysters, which is in the past position, and this is our Pentacles. So as you were talking about the money, I'm also seeing this. And in the future, we have the Death card, which is transformation and change. And I'm just still going through the story, and I'm going to get to where I understand it. The Queen of Flamingos is the Queen of Swords. And that's where he would be in his position. So there's somebody who's in a position of authority who he would have been dealing with. In his home position is the Emperor. And then we have the Queen of Oysters, which is our Queen of Pentacles, and the outcome is the Moon. So there's mystery all over this, and what that relationship is going to be. We've got queens, we've got kings. There's 2 queens in here, 2 kings, and an emperor, and yeah. So there's definitely a lot of people involved in this situation, as far as I can see. There may have been more than one woman, or the death here. We've got Alice in here, the Queen of Hearts. Oh, interesting. And Alice in Wonderland has not been one of my favorite books, but considering what we're reading on, this is an interesting. The Queen of Hearts. I wonder if the Queen of Hearts was either Ina or, as you said, the mother.
Ina was the oldest. I guess he started talking to her first, and the eldest brother.
Yeah, because, oh no. Yeah, the image is in here. Don't know. It's tough to say. There was definitely a lot of heartbreak around this. Somebody was definitely in love. Right away I've got the Knight of Hats and the King of Hats at the front of the reading. So I don't know.
You're going. Okay. See you, Beth. Okay. So I threw my tarot cards. It ended, I think the husband, the old man of the Lindell's ended the relationship. It's like, you got to go. There's some infighting with the 5 of Wands, 4 of Swords, and then the 3 of Swords. That was the ending here.
Right.
So it's stepping back, heartbroken. That was the end of the relationship. And it's feeling like more greed than anything. So 3 of coins, 6 of coins, and 10 of coins.
Mm-hmm.
The ending had more to do with greed, it looks like. Not in the aspect of wanting to marry a daughter or something like that. So I'm not getting that.
Yeah, I don't see it that way either. I just pulled the King of Pentacles and Judgment.
So it made some kind of financial deal.
Yeah.
So now I want to toss on what Mr. Charles actually felt about Alice and why he was so fascinated. Because he had a bunch of pictures taken, kind of provocative of her. Like he seemed like he was fascinated with her.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. There were a lot of pictures. He did like to photograph her.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. All right. Okay. I'm going to use a different card deck. I'm not really feeling the Wonderland. All right. Why did he like
So far, it feels like financial, and he feels like he did have feelings for the mom. That's what I'm getting so far. There's some kind of financial dealings.
Okay.
He was hoping the relationship would bring him to higher status of some sorts.
All right. Let's see what I get. All right. Ugh. I'm getting the Four of Swords right away. The Emperor's back. Queen of Swords has returned. Ten of Cups and the Four of Wands. It's bookended by rest. But this is interesting. I need to do more on this. I can't.
Powers.
The family. Celebration. Pardon. Ooh.
Weird.
Ooh. This is not looking good here. Keep getting this one.
Weird.
What are you getting?
So I was asking the relationship between Carol or Charles and Alice. There's still some heartbreak there. The Three of Swords comes up, the Tower, and the Two of Coins. Heartbreak, drastic change, and juggling of financial issues or feelings. Feels more like feelings.
Mm-hmm.
There was a power struggle within in the Four of Cups. You needed to take a step back from emotions, and then some more assistance, and Six of Coins comes out again.
Well, I've got the wait, are you still going? Should I wait?
But then I have him. Yeah, one more thing. It's a weird story. It really is.
Uh-oh. You're freezing.
It's not like boom.
Okay, you're back.
You back? I'm back. One of the two.
Yeah, you were freezing.
I had the Magician and Victory. So here we got a creator. This is Lewis Carroll Charles Dodson. He's a creator. He was working on his book. It feels like his feelings for the mom, actually. I really think he was infatuated with his mom. And it feels like he couldn't have her. The dad was catching on, so he attached himself to the kids.
Yep.
And it almost feels like he got delusional. with these weird stories because when I'm getting this magician. Because on the bottom here, I had the loss, the Five of Cups loss. It feels like he was really heartbroken.
Right.
But he had a victory of sorts within his imagination of taking these kids out in the boat, spending time with them, and somehow imagination came to him to comfort them and give them stories.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not seeing like weirdness.
Right.
It's all talking about heartbreak and loss and assistance. So,
Yeah. That's
what do you think?
I'm getting the same thing, and I've switched to the Wheel of Fortune tarot in case anyone's wondering. This is the Four of Swords at the front of my reading here, and as we all know, this is the one where it's the effigy and they're at rest, and so it's kind of like, okay, this is what I need to do. The Emperor is back in this reading, along with the Queen of Swords. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe this would be, which one am I looking at? The Emperor, more him and the Mother, the Queen of Swords, almost. Okay, and then we've got the happy family, the Ten of Cups. Like you were saying that you were thinking that, oh, illusion. This is my family kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. You
Um,
thought he was like
right,
part of the family, like maybe he was supposed to be the father.
right. And the Four of
Yeah.
Swords here. So then I decided, well, let me clarify the Emperor because I keep getting the Emperor. So remember I had Judgment in the other one? I got Justice now again. So there's
Mhm.
something going on with that. I
That
have
feels
this.
like the old man.
Mm-hmm. I've
You
got the
know,
Sun.
I see what you're doing. You got to go, kind of thing.
Okay. And then the Nine of Cups, which is I've got all my stuff. So that was on the Emperor. So on the Queen of Swords, we see the Burden, the Ten of Wands, and the Hermit, which almost looks like a tower in this picture. I had to look at it because I'm like, that looks like a tower, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, look who's back, the Three of Swords. And I keep getting this in this reading, and I've done it with, two different decks so far, and it's coming up. So there's a lot of heartbreak, for her, maybe it was a burden because, maybe she didn't like him that way, and he was inserting himself into her family or their family, and
Yeah.
that wasn't the way to go. My hair is tickling my nose. Sorry, it gets everywhere, but yeah. So I don't know. I guess it makes more sense as you're looking at the whole picture, but it's just kind of like, for me, it's been hard to connect with that. But now I see it. It's making more sense because the Queen of Swords keeps showing up. So I don't think she was welcoming that attention from what I can see. And it just led to heartbreak for him.
Yeah.
And you got it and I got it.
Yeah, that's the original story with the Kipper.
Yep.
And clarified it.
Yep.
You really felt like he was in part of the family.
Yeah.
I think, when he was, it really feels like when he was going on these little boat trips and picnics, he was being like, thinking he was father, and telling these fantastic stories and treating him. But the photographs are kind of weird though.
Yeah.
But it feels like, to me, he was imagining it was actually mom.
Yeah. He had.
They were a little erotic.
Yeah,
Yes.
he had Alice dressed up like a beggar, and her clothes are like off the shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Not very good. And I think they were from a wealthy family.
Yeah, I think they were wealthy. Yeah, that's what I read. They were pretty wealthy. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, I think that's all we can pretty much get from there, unless you can think of something else to clarify to get into.
No, I don't think there's anything else we can get out of that.
He was
So,
like a delusioned man of his own family, something like that.
very much.
All right.
So,
All right. The last one we got is Rudolph Diesel,
yeah, that's an interesting
the
story.
creator of the diesel engine. He was going around the world, but there was reports he was broke too.
Oh yeah.
But he was on a boat or was it a ship or some kind of, I can't remember.
Yes. Ship.
He was on a ship.
Yep.
Maybe some meeting in the morning or something, or he retired at 10 p.m. and with a wake-up call at 6:15. And what was it, like 7, 8 days later, he was found in the ocean.
Yep. But they didn't even. Oh, I don't want to get into that part.
They didn't even pick him out because it was
There was
decomposed.
Yeah. It was a very, very sad end for him.
So it's
When he went in,
why what happened to Diesel, if he committed suicide or one of the competitors, whatever he was going to meet with, get in a fight, throw him overboard. It's kind of a mystery of how he passed and why he passed. I mean,
yeah.
it was 1913, so and no one picked him out.
Oh, that's right.
Decomposed, so finding a cause of death been really hard.
Yeah.
I feel.
Let me see. Yeah, he was on the SS Dresden in Antwerp. Okay. Wrong screen. All right. I keep getting confused and leave the YouTube screen on, and then I can't figure out why. I know I'm moving, but I'm not moving on that one. Okay. I'm still trying to figure this YouTube thing out, folks.
Yeah, it is a pain.
Getting there.
When you get started out, it's a pain to figure out the little tricks and whatnot. And
Yeah. I just didn't have the patience at first either. I was just kind of like,
it took us forever to figure out how to do different things.
yeah.
It's like, I think Andrea showed me. She figured it out. But for like, I don't know, 9 months, you could have put a quick ad on the beginning of a live stream to get a little extra clicks. And
Yeah.
you know, for 9 months, I could have had a couple extra clicks. I mean, it's not a lot of money, you know, for those clicks, but
Yeah.
it would have been nice. You've entered the diesel engine, the mystery of his death. Yes.
All right.
I was asking. Thank you, JJ.
Vita. So thank you for anybody who's been giving me support out there. I kind of get wrapped up in the reading, so if I'm missing you, I didn't mean to. So thank you to everyone. And I wasn't even gonna, and I have to say this because, like, literally, I had told somebody, because I was talking to somebody else, maybe collabing and whatever, and I was just like, I've been going through a lot of stuff with work, and I just wasn't gonna. I decided I wasn't gonna do that, and I knew the moment I sent that email, I had something in my head went, oh no, something's going to happen, and you're gonna end up collabing, and here I am, and it was before I even started talking to you. And I didn't think that was gonna. I wasn't trying to. I was just curious about something that you'd said in my chat, so I didn't mean to. I'm not trying to put anybody off. So if they're out there, please know that that is not my intention, and we will get together. So yeah, I didn't even. I just knew I was about to send the email to her, and I thought I probably shouldn't do this. And I was just like, I don't know why, but here I am. Now I feel bad. But anyway, that's not how I roll, folks. So I don't ever do anything to hurt anyone. So, okay.
Renee had a comment here that we should do the Alcatraz escapees.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
You must have missed it, Renee, but Andrea and I already did that one.
You guys covered
We
everything.
already did that mystery. And we got 2 brothers got away, lived out their lives, and the other one either got murdered right away or died shortly after. It's like he was used or something, but
Yeah. Okay.
I can't remember when we did it, but it was probably like in August or something. Last August or something like that. But anyway, Rudolph Diesel.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was reading that story.
Oh, bless you, Lori. You're being so kind. Thanks, Christina. Christina remembers that one. You must have been around for a while. Bless you, dear.
Yes, he's been very nice to me. We've been talking. It's been very, very, very helpful in getting me to calm down. It worked. So
A few text messages to try to make you laugh a little bit.
yeah, he's a good guy. I can attest to it. So all right, let me get this thing.
Okay.
Just because I haven't shuffled these in a while, so I need to do it this way, just once or twice, and then I'm good. All right. All right. Try to do it differently when I'm live because I know the microphone's right here and it's probably loud.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. All right. So, what's our specific question on Diesel? How did he die, or
Trying to see if it was
what?
murder or suicide.
Okay, murder or suicide.
Power.
No, I'm going to use the 5 cent. Murder or suicide.
I'm not getting suicide.
Okay. Ooh, well, I've got the Hanged Man, which is letting go. Sacrifice, as we all know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hearing something. My neighborhood is really noisy, so I'm sorry. I'm surprised we haven't heard the car racing up and down the street. All right, so 3 of matches, which is our 3 of wands, which is expansion and progress. So he had built the diesel engine, and but we've got the King of Needles, the King of Swords here, which is in this deck. It's oppression and weakness, and so there's something that may have been pressing upon him that was going on regarding this engine. So we've got the Magician, which is the master of skill, the creator. So again, we're with the creation of this diesel engine. And then we end with the Tower, the upheaval, the ruin and destruction. So, but for me, when I see the Hanged Man, I am thinking that it may have been a suicide on my end. That's what I'm kind of thinking it was.
Mm-hmm.
So, because
let me clarify the Hangman.
Okay.
There was it could be a person, possibly.
I get unpaid debt on the 6 of buttons reversed. I love this deck. This is great. Disappointment, the Star reversed. This is the Hangman. I'm clarifying.
Mm-hmm.
The 7 of Needles reversed. We've got cowardice, conscience, and confusion or confession. So let me look at this oppression a little bit. I love these cards. They're just really neat. So let me take a look. Uncontrolled, the Chariot reversed, self-fulfillment, 9 of buttons, and heartbreak, the 3 of Needles. Seriously today, can I get some cards that don't have that in it? Oh, it's depressing. So wait. So this is the Chariot reversed on the King of Needles, the oppression. The self-fulfillment, luxury, culmination, the 9 of buttons, which is our 9 of pentacles. And this last one, of course, is the 3 of swords. I don't know. What did you get?
I'm getting a lot of younger energy. I had the nine of coins too. I had the tower. I had the star. Same with you. I had the seven of swords here.
See.
A lot of the same ones. And I have a contract in the end here, the three of coins. But I
Okay.
have the page of coins and the page of swords. I think you had the page of swords too, I think. But that's younger energy.
Not in this one. Yeah. I have the magician though. That's a master.
I'm not getting money here except the nine of coins. But that feels like contracts. Talking about contracts because he was at a business. This is supposedly business on this boat, right?
Yeah, but I think he had money problems though, didn't he?
That's what it said. Yes. I
Yes.
think this had something to do with contracts, but why I'm thinking that it was not a suicide because I have a guy here and then the tower. But I'm sensing it might be within the family. I have the Ten of Cups. That's the family business.
Hmm.
The sun, like I said, I'm getting young energy here.
Okay.
The sun is the one that clarified his stuff, that his personal effects. Yes, that was my father was thrown overboard, whatever, or committed suicide.
Okay.
I'm not seeing self-infliction here. There was some anxieties with the nine of swords, but I have temperance and the eight of wands and the seven of swords together. So that makes me feel like they were trying to make a deal, but there was some infighting or some controversies. Eight of wands is kind of like your messaging, talking back and forth. In this deck here, this guy's raging in to bring hope because you're trying to talk something out. But the seven of swords is some lying. And then I have about contracts. So I think we need to do some clarifying here because I'm not getting it. It was a suicide.
I still am though. I got more.
I'm going to clarify. Maybe
Okay.
I'm missing something there. Because I did have the King of Cups and the Tower together. The King of Cups could be representing him.
Okay.
So I could be wrong there. But there's a lot of young energy in there. You did have the anxieties.
So do you think somebody younger killed him? Look at this for a second.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna five cards to see if Rudolph committed suicide.
Okay.
I'm sensing no.
Well, just real quickly while you're doing that, on the tower, I pulled 3 more cards, which is the seven of matches reversed. And let me pull it up. I'm just looking at it. Okay. So this one's upheaval, or no, giving in. The next card, no, that was the tower's upheaval. So then I got the 9 of buttons, which is affluence that we know of, and dysfunction. So I feel like there was a lot of there were a lot of problems around his business with the money, and he couldn't,
Mm-hmm.
the debt and whatever else was going on. Some There was something in the article too about him not wanting the Germans to get the plans for the diesel engine. So I'm not sure if that had something to do with it. Is that what you're getting?
There's a higher authority
Mm-hmm.
involved in his life and the devil.
Yep.
So I asked, did he commit suicide? Queen of Cups,
Yep.
Eight of Cups, Empress. That's life.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to walk away from something with that Eight of Cups.
Right.
But here's life. Here's source of life. Here's fertility.
Okay.
I'm not getting suicide. I think he was murdered over deals with this higher authority.
Well, that's possible too. I mean, we don't
My
know.
question I asked, did Rudolph commit suicide? And that's what came up. And on the bottom, it was a Two of Wands of the deck that's looking for partnerships.
Yes. Yes.
And on the bottom, this says the little words on the bottom of the Lord of the Rings say something. And it says, Gandalf stands against Sauron and unites the free peoples against the evil powers. It feels like he wanted to get rid of some influence, even though he may have had money problems. There was some kind of influence he didn't want to deal with.
Yeah.
That's what I'm sensing from that.
All right. Well, I can see that. I mean, but unfortunately, we just don't know.
Right.
You don't know. Nobody's wrong. Nobody's wrong.
So then the next, let's see, that was 5 cards.
Yeah. Let me see.
Then the next ones that drop are Hopes and Dreams.
Okay.
Chariot, trying to move on. Here we have another male influence, and then we have Death.
Okay. Let me just do a quick 3.
Well, I guess maybe clarify to see what you're getting, or if it makes sense if there was the Germans or some higher government that wanted him out of the way.
Okay, so I pulled the 9 of Matches. And as you can see on it, this card is saying fatigue, struggle, paranoia. Mm-hmm. In this position, just one at a time might be better. You got the 7 of Buttons, 7 of Pentacles, aimlessness, lassitude, overwork, and then delusions. You got the 7 of Cups reversed. Look at all that stuff going on in there. It looks like, I don't know. It's not enough. Indecision, heartbreaker. But it's not the 3 of Swords, so that's a good thing. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just the first pull I had just all looked like it's just giving up. The only problem with these cards is that all those words on it and kind of throws me off. Excuse me.
I'm going to do one more clarifier with a clipper.
Okay, you do it. I'm going to put these back. They're giving away the answers. Oh, excuse me. There's this little tickle in my throat, so try not to cough. It's true. Two says
legal struggles.
Okay.
And I have marriage, but that feels like, you're talking about partnerships. There is concern, expectations.
Yes.
Child, but that feels like new. I don't feel kids or anything. It feels like something new. So like maybe bring in a this is weird. Now I got lovers. Distance horizons. And a mature man. So that didn't really clarify much for me.
Yeah. Well, off the top of my Shadowlands deck, I got the Hangman again. So I don't know. I'm
Lovers
sticking
could be
with my story.
partnerships.
Chariot, Hermit.
It's not. Kipper didn't show anything about jumping ship. It feels more like partnerships, court documents, concern about the future. Still don't get the Kipper didn't say jumped himself.
What's going on with this? No. Right.
I don't know.
Feel like it's shuffled enough. I'm not going to pull that one. Let's see.
Anyone else? Let's see. 2 o'clock. Anyone else got any ideas what they're feeling? Because we're not.
I know.
I haven't completely on this one.
Yeah, that's not getting us anywhere.
Try one more deck.
I know. It's like sometimes you just can't get an answer from one deck. Got to move to another one. Look it up. Okay. I'm trying so hard to be serious too, because I'm just like, I was cracking jokes.
In the story I read, he had meetings or whatever. He retired at 10 o'clock. He left a wake-up call for 6:15 and then never showed up.
All right.
So it seems kind of weird. But, reports from 100 plus years ago.
What happened to Rudolph Diesel? Okay. King of Cups again. More water. This is inconclusive. Getting things like the Empress and.
Well, that's fertility. If you get the Empress, that's fertility. That's life. That's creation. That's not ending it all.
Well, I've got the King of Cups. He's again surrounded by water. The Empress, nice glare. The Queen of Cups. The Ten of Wands are burden and oppression. And a message with the Page of Swords. Let's find out what the message is. I'm going to clarify on that. I hate when I get that at the end and it doesn't tell me. Like, what's your message? Go forth and speak. Okay, let's see.
My 2 cards, top and bottom, are the different deck try. If he ended his life, I got the Star and Magician.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like hope. It doesn't feel like ending it all. There was some was some infighting here, and there was an action taken.
You're freezing again. Okay.
Of things from overseas again, the 3 Wands. So it feels like contracts from something from overseas, and then I have the Wheel of Fortune. Things going as you want, things changing.
Well, my clarification brought me the 10 of Swords, followed by the Queen of Wands.
Leap of faith.
And the 10 of Cups.
Money.
So, I don't know. I can't figure out what happened to him. That's why it's a mystery. It's really sad, though, because
Then I got the Empress again, too.
Yeah.
That's not a... And the 10 of Pentacles is like stability. Yeah. And then the Fool, taking a leap of faith of the new journey. But when you have the Empress, it doesn't feel like it's ending your life kind of thing.
Right,
Okay,
but
like contracts of money and issues.
well,
What
that could lead people.
this is, I think this is the Arcanum deck. I think is
Oh,
this the Arcanum? Do you remember?
I don't have that one. This one is the Golden Tarot by Cat Black. So that's what I'm using too. So
Uh,
thank you for asking. I know I usually ask people too, what are you using? I want to know because I might want to get it. So
yeah, so there's definitely dealings with another
yeah,
business, or he was having money problems. Did sense that,
we're trying to keep the Germans from getting that.
or keep the Germans from getting the technology to something like that.
Yeah, Three of Swords. It's haunting me today.
But honestly, I mean, you're the creator of the diesel engine. Why would you kill yourself? You had the patent, you had the resources. If you made some bad choices, you get a contract or whatever, It just seems weird that kind of a powerful person would just end it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're saying here, just let me go through this theory here. Certain people, such as his biographer and Hans I can't pronounce it, argue that Rudolph Diesel committed suicide. Another line of thought suggests that he was murdered, given his refusal to grant the German forces the exclusive rights to use his invention. So he was supposed to meet representatives of the British Royal Navy on the SS Dresden to discuss the possibility of powering British submarines by diesel engine, and he never made it ashore. So that's what we're talking about. So, anybody have any ideas? Could the British Royal Navy have had anything to do with it? But why?
Florida, maybe he did something stupid and they killed him by accident.
That's possible. Anything's possible at this point. Hi, Linda. What do you want to look at?
I know. I think that's about wrapped up.
I think so too.
We're not getting a clear joint venture on this one.
Nope.
Some of the things are the same, but it's like the ending isn't there.
No. It's just
Maybe
hard
it's
to see.
meant to be solved. I don't know.
Nope. I don't think so.
Toss a few cards for the people and see what our week ahead might be and get some senses.
All right, let me grab another.
Want to do it for emotional or just government wise, random political, how it might go?
Yeah, I can do it as long as it's not on an ongoing election.
Right, just a random.
I can do political. Yeah.
How random.
Trump is fair game for me because he's out.
The energy of the political round this week.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Let me get the right cards for this. Let's see.
We're trying to help. We can get an AG going.
Got the devil card. Switch that up.
Lots of investigations going on.
Okay. Back to RWS here. All right. So just the week in general. Okay.
I guess the Senate approved everything. Now it's supposedly going back to the House again to vote on retractions or amendments or whatever heck.
Okay.
Delays, but
I know they had like a super session this weekend, and those poor pages or clerks of the court. I'm sorry, clerks of the court had to read that 600-page bill.
Right.
I mean, come on. That's just wrong. Make the little people have to do all that. All right.
The week ahead, I got a lot of infighting, a lot of lack of security, a lot of history set. 5 of Swords, 5 of Coins. But towards the end of the week, it feels like there's a change. Then we have the Fool, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune and Sun.
Pull the
8
weekend.
of Pentacles working together. And then I have the House. Feels like the House of Representatives there, the 10 of Cups.
Okay.
So it feels like there's still going to be some fighting going on, but change is coming later.
Well, mine starts off with a 4 of Wands, so things are looking pretty good for the beginning of the week. We've got the Ace of Swords, so messages coming in. This is cutting through to the truth. Got the Chariot, so there's going to be some movement, but the week's going to end with some infighting or some fighting. So we've got the Valor, but he's holding off the enemy over here, and we've got the 7 of Swords, which is kind of our theft. Then for the weekend, we start off with a Hermit. So stay home. Okay. And then the Balancing Act again to begin the next week, because it's always like that in these parts. So yeah, you have to go back. And then it's going to be then the following week. I'm going to stop because it's already looking like this. So, I don't know.
Yeah, it feels like I'm more of a mess, but things are coming to light.
Yeah.
Hey, Delilah, we were just doing a quick toss on the political week ahead.
Yeah.
It feels like more infighting, but
Always.
every day there's more stuff coming up, though. Sun's coming out.
Every day.
The DC's talking about, what do you call it? Connecting the dots with some that may have been involved in Congress.
Yeah.
They got phone records, and they didn't say who, but there is one person they connected dots to. They didn't say who though.
Oh yeah, those guys are all in it.
Within the Trump organization or White
Of
House.
course. They were doing all kinds of stuff up there you're not supposed to be doing, using their own computers and all that, or phones for stuff. And there's a thing called the Records Management Act. And so every government employee, anyone working for the government, even contractors, have got to follow these laws. And there's a Presidential Management Act. So all that stuff he was whining about, oh, Hillary's emails, and then he comes in and does the same thing. I don't think so. You can't do it. It's illegal. So I hope that they can find all that stuff. Where's Trump's emails? So what server is it on? We're going to repeat this. So I don't know. But
yeah,
someday.
hopefully.
Yes.
Hey, Don. Yeah, we read on a few mysteries.
Yeah, it was
Weird
fun.
ending. So,
Yes, and I've got cold coffee now.
I'm going to toss an angel card for everyone, and we'll get out of here.
All right, let me get an oracle for that.
Yep. Giving Sheilah a little airtime and get her nerves out of the way.
I hope I did okay.
Yep, you did great.
I'm a little quiet and start out, and then I'll start talking.
We do our mystery theater. You're all over the comments.
Oh, I know.
I'm getting this. I'm getting this. I think you're right.
Yeah. Well, sometimes they come up, just that way. All right.
Bless you, Nicole. Thank you.
You want me to go first? I've got, it's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. So all of that, whatever it is that's going on in your life, around you. It could be people at work. It could be your neighborhood. You know, you need to try to let go of that. Try to look forward. Um, Manifest more happiness because it can happen. Believe that you can change something that may be causing you trouble. You know, get rid of that negativity because you take it with you and it can grow, and you don't need to have that. You can have peace and happiness. So yes, release your negativity. So sorry, I'm such a mess. I'm not used to doing it.
My angel card that came up is clairaudience. Archangel Zadkiel. Basically, notice the loving guidance you're getting from above and from other people.
Yes, that's true.
When you get a compliment, take it in.
Yep.
So you get those two sources.
Oh, yeah.
Know
Definitely.
those above are loving us like crazy, and take it
Yes.
in from those that tell you on below.
Yes.
And ignore the rest.
Yes, definitely. Get rid of that negativity and take in the good messages.
So to start off, I send you love, Sheilah.
You too. Thank you so much for this opportunity. This was
and ignore the rest.
yes.
Ignore the
You made it
haters.
easy. We keep talking. You made it easy for me, so I really appreciate it. Yeah.
Good deal. So we're gonna take off, peeps. Thanks for joining us, and subscribe to Sheilah if you'd like.
Yes.
You'll be putting out some more content.
All right. And tomorrow I'm doing an unboxing. Oh, the box is over there, but it's like this big of like some kind of tarot decks and things inside. I've never seen it yet. There's a store out by me and you can buy these and they have bags too. But I got a box and we're going to open it 2 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Right here. Well, over there on my site. But
Your channel.
on my site. But you guys can please join. It'd be a lot of fun. And thank you, Scott, for your hospitality and your
Thank you.
kindness. And thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Love and light to all. Have a great day.
Bye, everyone.
I always do my little prayer and then send it out.
Yep.
Send it out to the
Light
universe.
to all.